Help us discuss the World Teachers' Day. Let's bring in Barrister Okechukwu Okorafor. He happens to be the head of legal department at the Nigerian Union of Teachers. Thank you so much for being here, Barrister Okorafor. Well, you know, they said they've increased the retirement age to 65, but the truth is a teacher never retires at the end of the day. But I do know that there's that popular saying, the teacher's reward is in heaven. Does that still stand today, or what's the welfare of the teacher like in Nigeria these days?
That statement could be seen from various perspectives. From the perspectives that the work of the teacher is so essential and is so eternal that no matter the quantum of benefit or reward is given here on earth, that God has secured a very good place for us. Remember, our Lord Jesus Christ was a teacher. He was called a great teacher. Yeah. Prophet Muhammad is a great teacher. Why I say is because what they taught, we are still listening to them, we are still learning them. So they are great teachers. So as they have reward in paradise, we also have reward in paradise. But in the negative dimension, when people say teacher's reward is in heaven, that's a most unfortunate statement. Because we need to get our reward here on earth and also get in heaven, so that by way will be balanced.
Yeah, because you go to the same market, you buy the same products that people buy, and you wear the same clothes. Well, let me just say, how did you feel when you heard the federal government has rolled out welfare packages, especially when you think of what the Minister of State was saying, sorry, not Minister of State, what the teacher was saying there, minimum wage of 2018, has still not been implemented in some states.
Yes, honestly, it was our dear president, the president of NUT, Dr. Nasir Mohammed, that was trying to draw the attention of the entire nation of what is happening in the education sector, especially as it pertains to teachers. But if you also listen somewhere in his speech, he made mention of, and even previously, even if it's not contained in this particular one, he has been hammering on having a professional salary structure for teachers, because teachers should not be concerned with minimum wage of 30,000. The minimum teaching qualification is NCE, and in the public service of the federation, the NCE holders start on grade level 7. So waiting concern aeroplane with gal pothole. So ordinarily, the teachers should have been the work condition of the teacher should have been so secure that he should have nothing to do. You can imagine grade level 7 officer minimum having anything to do with level 1, which is 30,000 naira. So, but he is trying to draw the attention of the entire public, especially employers of teachers and opinion molders, that the working condition of the teacher has been so relegated that even the ordinary minimum wage is not made available to the Nigerian teacher.
Are you happy with
and that
the
is most unfortunate.
Are you happy with the new increments that you've just gotten today? Is it enough?
It's a right step in a right direction. I should better describe it that way. It's a right step in a right direction. And you know, what is enough today may not be enough tomorrow. But at least it's a quantum leap that the President Muhammad Buhari has done. And our prayer is that let the retirement age of teachers, which has been raised from 60 to 65 years of age, or
40
years of service, whichever that applies earlier, let the states comply. And that's why NUT is of the opinion that there should be an enabling act from the National Assembly, so that there will be an act of the National Assembly backing it. And you know, acts, unlike state laws, have a national application.
Yeah. All right, before we let you go, it's many are calling on government to address the delay in the education sector. Which areas, primarily should this decay be in? I refer you to Rwanda. In Rwanda, private schools are begging
parents,
public schools, to allow wards that go to public schools to register in private schools. I mean, you can see that.
Yes. In the 80s, when I was in the secondary school, we looked down on anybody who was a student of a private school. And even today, the public school teachers have the best qualified teachers. Most of the results you see in private schools are fake.
Well,
we are the proprietor, yes, with all authenticity, a proprietor.
That's a claim that has to be proven.
Yes, there are situations where a proprietor, if you fail in a public school, if you are evaluated and by the end of the day, you don't measure up to standard, your true performance will be shown. But in private schools, in order to secure patronage, the proprietor will ask you, do you want to drive away my students by giving them the actual performance? There are some very few private schools that I doff my cap for.
Beyond the conversation about private or public school now, there's a general agreement that the quality of education in Nigeria has deteriorated. Some would even say it's even traceable to the teachers.
We'll leave it there. We can't take that.
We can't take that question. It cannot be traced to the teacher.
Barrister,
let me tell you why.
no, we can't take the question. No, we can't take it because of time. Sorry. Sorry, but that's all we can take. Barrister Okechukwu.
We are glad that the federal government has shown indication that the funding of primary education will be now handled as a first-line charge in the federation account. And that's a great one. Kudos to the President of the Federal Republic.
Thank you. And kudos to the teachers as well. Without you, there's no us.
Yeah.